Hey everyone, welcome back. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. And if you're returning, I appreciate the support and glad to see you back. Today, I just want to talk about everyday carry, and there's a lot of videos out there. Everybody has their own opinions. I want to do a basic one, just kind of the things that I carry when I'm out and about. Not necessarily at work. I can't carry a firearm at work, things like that, but a lot of this stuff I think should be a basic thing in your, just having on you. Not even necessarily for emergencies, I guess. I mean, it could be obviously, but just for every, you never know when you're going to need some basic stuff, but maybe something you don't think about. So I'm going to touch on a couple things, at least the things that I carry. Number one that I always, if you're a man, you obviously mostly carry a wallet, women purses. But something sometimes, especially nowadays, we don't think about is carrying cash. Everybody now is with the debit cards, credit cards, everything like that. But I've run into a couple situations out. I travel a lot for my job sometimes, and where I've been, had maybe go to check into a hotel or even a restaurant, and their credit card machine is down or something like that. And also just having it, it's just a good habit to carry. I'm not, telling you to carry stacks of money, but have some cash for an emergency. Sometimes, like I said, you might go somewhere and need something small, but make sure you have that. Also, make sure you have having a credit card, maybe with small, small balance as far as credit limit, just for an emergency. You never know when you're going to be out and about, and you might have car trouble, might have to get towed. A lot of times they don't, those places, that you're going to have to pay for it. They're not going to bill you. So, having something like that, I mean, you might get a flat tire somewhere, need to get it covered. So, as far as that goes, have that basic, some basic cash with you, credit card maybe. I know a lot of people have debit cards, but it's just a good having an emergency. Obviously, if you live in a carry state, personal defense is always, definitely important, because you're responsible for yourself, as always. That's, something that's always said in the preparedness community is, take care of yourself. Don't rely on others. That's kind of why we do what we do, because we don't want to be, relying on others. So for me, I have basically one pistol that I carry all the time. And I'm a big fan of this thing. I've had it for about 6 months now. Have had different carry guns over the years, but I'm really is the Springfield Hellcat. Like I said, I picked this up. I have a Blackhawk inside the waistband holster. Holsters are obviously a personal choice. Whether you carry inside the waistband, outside, appendix carry. There's all kinds of different ways. You got to find out what's comfortable for you. Find out what your state laws are. Like I said, here in PA, we still have to have the concealed carry permit. You got to go through your sheriff's department. But I know a lot of the states now are becoming open carry. I believe Ohio, West Virginia, my surrounding states are. I'm not sure exactly. I think even Indiana has gone constitutional carry. So obviously know your state laws before you just start carrying a gun around, because I don't want to get anybody into trouble. So. Another thing that, I don't want to sound chauvinistic, but if you're a man, you should be carrying a pocket knife of some sort. I don't care what it is. I actually carry two for different reasons. Number one, a basic folder. This is an inexpensive one. You get what's in your budget. And this is one I use a lot for work, because I do a lot of different things. So whether it's opening boxes or packages, things like that. I've used to cut wire, things like that. But I think it's just one of those things I think everybody should carry, even if it's a small one. I also carry a small Swiss Army knife, which I have carried a Swiss Army knife for as long as I can remember, probably since I was a teenager. At least one of some style or another. I have a couple different ones, but this is pretty much the one that I carry every day. And to be honest with you, I don't even know what the model is on this one. I can't remember, but it's kind of a basic one. Doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles. Basic screwdriver, things like that. The tweezers are a really nice touch on these, and so is the toothpick. I've used the tweezers many times on these Swiss Army knives. They're really a great addition, so if you get one, I definitely recommend that. pulling splinters, things like that. They really are. They're a really great little knife. Something else I carry, and we could get into a discussion about this because you'll hear a million different things, and that's a flashlight. And if you watch a lot of these channels, they're going to recommend these $200 flashlights, even $60, $75 flashlights. If you can afford that, great. But part of the things that I've always kind of preached on this channel is try to do shit, your stuff on a budget. Don't go broke doing this. If you get the things you need, you can always. And I'm a believer in upgrading. I mean, if you can save up and buy something good right off the bat, go ahead. But this little flashlight, I carried a lot. Now I do use it probably more than most people because I use it for work. But I've used this thing many times. I think I paid $10 for this at Walmart, I believe, or maybe Home Depot. And I believe it's a Coast brand, I think it's called. I think it's one of their store brands. And I've been carrying this particular one for probably a year and a half. It's just a single AA battery, single AA battery. And I don't even know how long you can get on it because I use it quite a bit. So I probably change a battery a month in it, maybe, depending on use. I mean, I use it everything from going out in the morning to feed my chickens to, jobs at work if I have to look inside of a piece of equipment. Even things around the house, go take the dogs out at night and, get down to the mailbox, whatever. I mean, I just think they're, for as big as they are, I mean, this is actually smaller than my Swiss Army knife. You don't even realize it's in a pocket, but just something to think about. A lot of people don't, I know a lot of people don't carry that. Another thing I always have, and I don't smoke, Bic lighter. A lot of uses for that. I mean, you could be at a birthday party and you need to light some candles. So, you're ready to go. Somebody needs a smoke and they don't have one, it's good. But, you never know. If you're stranded somewhere, along the road, you need to start a fire to keep yourself warm. So that's something that, for $1, you keep it in your pocket. Some people, this is just a cheap multi-tool that I have here. It's not. I don't really carry a multi-tool too much. I actually do service, so I usually have tools during the day. Now, occasionally in the evenings, I'll carry it if I'm going somewhere or we're going out. I may have one on me, but I have a lot of stuff in my Swiss Army knife that So that's an option if you like that. They're kind of bulky for a pocket, so you're going to need to probably most likely carry it on your belt. One other thing that's kind of overlooked a lot of times, I think, when I watch these videos for like everyday carry and everyday use, is proper clothing. I'm here in the north. We're in the northeast up here. It's cold right now. It's 20 degrees outside. I was out last night and it was really cold last night. It was down into the teens, maybe 15, 18 degrees. And we went to a restaurant and I walked in and there was literally a guy in there in shorts and a t-shirt. No coat, no nothing. And, I know a lot of people, they want to look cool. Maybe he was just coming from the gym. I don't know. But if your car breaks down in the side of the road and AAA ain't getting there for 2 hours, you're going to wish you had put clothes on. I see a lot of people just out and about, and I know I'm going to maybe get criticism for this, but flip-flops, I just don't, I just don't think they're the best thing for your feet. I mean, if you're at the beach or you're getting in a shower somewhere, great. But for everyday use, man, I think good heavy, good solid pair of shoes, whether it's a decent pair of tennis shoes, boots, hiking boots, whatever. I always think if you ever had to be evacuated, or if you're in an emergency, maybe you have to walk, maybe your car breaks down, you have to walk a couple of miles for gas. I don't think you're going to do that in a pair of flip-flops. So in the summer, I mean, obviously it's winter here, but I see people out still wearing flip-flops, or they're, out in the public in their pajamas and their bedroom slippers and things like that. About a month ago, we had some snow here, and we went to the store, and a woman came out, and she literally had bedroom slippers on and pajamas, and there's 8-10 inches of snow on the ground, walking through the slush. And I thought to myself, probably not the best choice. So definitely dress for the season. Like I said, you may not think of that as an everyday carry thing, but it is everyday, preparedness, I guess, would be the best way to do it. I mean, especially carry an extra coat in your car, gloves, a hat. You just never know. You never know when your car could run out of gas. You might have some trouble. So definitely dress properly for the season. But think ahead a little bit. Like if something did happen, if you were maybe you had to run for an emergency. Maybe there was a fire. Maybe you had to get out of the way. who knows? Nowadays you just got to be prepared for just about anything. So that's kind of one thing that I want to stress. I don't hear a lot of people talk about that too much, but definitely dress for the weather where you're at. I know sometimes people are just close to home, but during the ice storm we just had, there was people in Buffalo, New York, that passed away in their cars, and they were 6 minutes from home. I've never got a lot of the details whether they were, they froze, they, possibly carbon monoxide, but just having the right things could actually make a difference between life and death. So just some things to consider. Like I said, if you have any better ideas, comment below. Because like I said, I know everybody has, and everybody has different needs too. If you have medication that you need to take, to keep with you, make sure you have that. I know sometimes women with a purse, you can keep a lot more stuff in there if you need to, whether, nowadays, especially in the wintertime, you might want to carry some chapstick or some, hand lotions, because like I said, this cold weather up here will take its toll on you a little bit. So, just some things to keep in mind. Like I said, if you have, any other suggestions, whether it's for summer, winter, whatever, definitely throw them down in the comments. And if you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe. And if you like them, tell your friends to check us out. And like I said, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.